Hello, Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my weekly deck reviews. If you are new to these videos, I do these every week. And what I do is usually on Friday night, I film them. Today is Friday. You will see this on Saturday typically. But I share with you how I've been enjoying or what I think about the decks that I've been working with over the past week. I feel like my lighting is weird, which is not something I normally think about, but I put the light in a different spot and now I notice a shadow and I'm very distracted. Back on track. Okay, anyway, weekly deck reviews is really fun. I've been doing it on my channel for a long time, and it really evolved because I tend to rotate my decks weekly. So I tend to work with one tarot deck and one oracle deck for a week, and then I rotate them out for something different, and this helps me give my rather substantial deck collection a lot of love. So let me talk about what I've been working with this week. So this week I have been working with my Badass Baby Unicorns Tarot. So this is created by the lovely folks over at Our Daily Magic. I'm gonna hold the cards up, see if the camera will focus. These are really fun, and this was just a really great deck to work with this week. I would not say that this is something that I would break out for clients probably. I mean, maybe maybe for friends, this would be a fun deck to take to a gathering, to a party. There's a lot of like sass and personality in these cards. Oh, and by the way, if you joined me last week, I did film last week's weekly deck reviews top down so that you could see the cards better. But I kind of missed doing it this way, to be completely honest. So if you want to get a much better look at cards, check out my walkthroughs or check out my upcoming deck collection videos and things like that, because I like talking like to you guys sometimes, and I feel like the top-down videos are really fun and I really enjoy them, but I don't have as many opportunities to do this kind. So that's where I landed for now. I may change my mind. I thought about maybe doing a thing where I have like an inset showing the cards, but then I was like, no. So back to these. So anyways, I really love the pastel colors in this deck, and I love the little sayings that are on the cards. So like in this 10 of Pentacles, it says, "Welcome to my crib." Where's another one here? This is the Knight of Wands, and it says, "I like to move it, move it." And it's just great. But I will say that actually some of the sayings don't say what I would expect them to maybe say. And so sometimes I feel like these go in a slightly different direction. I'm trying to think of what a good example is. Okay, so the 7 of Pentacles, and this little unicorn is saying, "So money really does grow on trees." And really, I typically would get something different from the 7 of Pentacles. Mind you, the Queen of Swords saying, "Don't fuck with me," totally works. And the Hanged Man is a little bit upset about his predicament, as you can see. Honestly, they are really cute. Oh my gosh, my dog is like, "Hello, why, how dare you? How dare you not let me be in here?" There was a few where I stumbled a little bit, and what I found throughout the week working with this deck, like this 5 of Cups, F this shit, and then just kicking the cups over and getting out of there. That's very 8 of Cups to me in a way. So what I decided to do, about halfway through the week, I realized, wait. Let's just like come at this deck with more of a beginner's mind. How would I take this deck at face value, and what would I get out of the cards if that's how I was reading it? And then I really had a lot more fun with it because I wasn't boxing myself in and trying to like squeeze it into just a classic RWS box. Instead, I was really legitimately like, "I'm so dizzy" for the 8 of Wands is so perfect. But once I sort of let go of the, like, I guess the expectations of what I thought the cards might say, or like what kind of phrases might be on them, I started to have a lot more fun with this deck. And let's see, what's another good one? Oh my god, sorry, I'm just getting like, I know I should be sharing. Money, power, and respect on the King of Pentacles. Also, these little, they're not actually all that little, but these chunks of border at the bottom here, they have a color and they have a nice big title. Those are color-coded to the suits. So, for example, the Pentacles, that bar is green, and the Swords, it's like this peachy color here at the bottom. The Cups are, did I say Cups already? Yeah, Cups are blue, like so. And Majors are this like really pretty like gradient purple to pink. Purple to pink, blue to purple to pink to like peach. So it's kind of like all the colors mixed together. Did I get all the suits? Wands are like a purpley pink. Yeah, pentacles, swords, wands, cups. Yeah. So that's really a cool mechanic. I love this deck, you guys. It's just a lot of fun. I don't have a lot of really fun decks in my collection like this, especially for tarot. I did have the Rebel deck in my collection for a while, which is an oracle deck with a ton of sass. If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's great. This reminds me of the Rebel deck, but more my personality. So these were just fun. It was super fun. And I'm really glad that I picked them up. The oracle deck that I paired with them is the Amethyst Oracle by the Cracked Amethyst or Jessica Bott. The sad thing about this deck is that it is out of print. I don't know that it's coming back. This is what the title card looks like. So I won't spend an inordinate amount of time on this deck. But I will say that I pulled the Ritual card for tonight's full moon, which I thought was pretty appropriate. This paired really well with the Badass Baby Unicorns. It did deliver some great combined messages. Sometimes I felt like this deck was too serious compared to, I know I should be holding these differently. Someday I'll get it down, guys, I swear. Sometimes I felt like this just was too serious, whereas the Baby Unicorns were just playing around and having a good time. Like one day I got the Omen card, and I mean, granted, this had some truth for sure for the day, but there was just something almost slightly disjointed about, not the art. I think artistically this deck and the Baby Unicorns goes really, really well together. But like from a messages perspective, I felt like where the Baby Unicorns were being a lot more like sort of light and sassy, this was like, no, sit down and deal with your crap, which is fine. It felt more clashy than I was expecting. So that was like, okay, but I do absolutely love this deck and I find it to be really versatile. I feel like it's got a really good mix of light, shadow, and neutral cards in here. So I think this is a lot of fun. I do know that Jessica is working on, I believe it's either called the Jessica or the Jessica Bott Tarot, which is a revamp of the long out of print Idiosyncra deck. I'm very, very excited about that, but I do expect it to be quite a while before that is available, so I'm not holding my breath. She's working on other projects, and I know it's not always easy to like rush an artistic process, so I'm just sitting with it. I'm letting it be. I'm really, really glad I have this. I enjoy working with it. I will say that of the two this week, I actually enjoyed my Baby Unicorns and used them a lot more than I used the Amethyst Oracle. Again, partly because I was enjoying the fun and the light and the sass in this deck, and this deck was delivering heaviness. I didn't want as much heaviness this week, so that's how it worked out. Okay. The reading cloth I put behind these, by the way, was perfect. I knew it would be perfect when I picked it, but I used this really pretty purple crystals with these fun little dragons on it. I used this side all week and it was perfect. I really like these like smaller reading cloths for folding up and putting in my bag and taking with me for when I'm doing readings on the go. I just find it's a really good size for like my 1 to 2 card like daily draws. So this worked out really great. Let's talk about what I'm going to be using next week. One of them I've shown before, I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I'm also very thirsty. The other one, I don't think I have talked about very much. So let's start with the tarot deck because this is the one I haven't talked about very much. This is the Davina tarot deck. Now, I got this tarot deck on the trade table, the potlatch table at Northwest Tarot Symposium. I haven't used it yet, and I also, partly because I intend to do a full walkthrough of this deck before I use it, so I may film that. I don't know what time it is. Maybe tonight, and if I film it tonight, then it'll go up on my channel this week. Otherwise, I don't know. The cards are still in order. I've put them on order ever since I got them, but they're smaller decks, so this is probably, well, the Baby Unicorns are like a regular standard size, so let me just show you the size difference. So here's my Baby Unicorn card, and here is the Davina Tarot. So it's small. I love decks this size. I don't know why. There's something about having a deck that feels kind of portable and feels really easy to shuffle and easy to handle. Speaking of which, this feels like a really nice like cardstock. It's got some slip. It's not like pure matte. It's like more like classic like semi-matte. You can see it kind of has a bit of a I have this, yeah, there you go. It's got like a bit of a sheen, so it will reflect some, but this has got like a really trippy kind of line art style that I'm ultimately not sure if I'm gonna get on with or not. We will see. But it feels like it has, there was like a little like, oh my gosh, did you ever get that? Like the little freaking fruit fly. Also, my lighting is weird. It's distracting. I'm whiny. Anyway, okay. So, I don't know yet what I think of this. I'm really excited to work with it. Like that's actually a really emotive Four of Pentacles, even though the art style I would say is somewhat simple looking. And by simple, I never mean easy because I am not an artist, so I'm not judging. But there's something very like, almost like somebody was inspired and like got out their sketchbook and like sketched out what the card meant. That's the Nine of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Knight of Swords. So I don't know. It's monochromatic, but it's almost like grays, not black. So it's a little bit softer looking. I'm gonna have to do a walkthrough. I'm maybe like a side-by-side with Rider-Waite-Smith. I like to do that sometimes for the decks that I feel like really go their own way, because I feel like it sometimes helps me to see things I might not have otherwise seen if I just take it by itself. Really interesting. But anyways, this is the deck. I'm really curious how I'm going to get along with this deck this week. I really don't know. I don't have any other decks like this in my collection. This is by, let me give you the artist name because I believe this artist also did another deck that's like full size. Is there no artist name anywhere on the box? That would be really sad. Oh, here we go. Mary Elizabeth Evans. It's a Spirit Speak tarot deck. And I believe this is like a little baby, somebody told me this, like it's like a baby sequel deck to perhaps the Spirit Speak tarot maybe. And it looks like Mary Elizabeth is based in Seattle, Washington, which is local to where I grew up. These were made in Franklin, Tennessee and Seattle, Washington in 2016. 78 card tarot deck. Yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna find out together. I think I'm gonna try to go film a walkthrough. I think I'm gonna try to film a walkthrough of this deck because it's been on my list of walkthroughs to do, and it'll be fun to kind of discover it with you guys and go through, because sometimes when I'm doing the walkthrough, that's actually one of the ways that I occasionally bond with the deck, because taking the time to go through it and talk through it with you, it just sort of brings out things that I may not have noticed if I was too rushed or going through it on my own. So excited to see how that plays out. And I felt like this deck had a very empowering kind of vibe to it. So I decided to pair it, and I haven't used this deck as an Oracle deck yet, so we'll see how this works out. But I decided to pair it with the Personal Power Oracle deck by Deja Druid. You guys, Deja Druid is incredibly talented. This deck is so beautiful. This is my second Deja Druid deck, actually. The first deck I got is her My Quality Time Self-Care cards. I got her first edition of that. She's already done a second edition, I think, now. But I backed the Personal Power cards as soon as I saw them on, I think it was Indiegogo. Such a beautiful deck. So for starters, this is what the backings look like, and they literally look like a design of a mirror. They're edged in this gorgeous, like, bright magenta color. And they're all affirmations about personal power. And I just find this deck to be so wonderful. It's got a lot of diversity in all these fantastic ways. I'm actually not sure. The only thing I'm not sure of is I'm just flipping through really quickly. I don't think there's a lot of age. No, hold on. There's a bit of age diversity here. We have this figure. Some crone energy. I think it's mostly body, racial diversity, cultural. There's definitely some cultural diversity as well. But I feel like almost anybody can, okay, let me back up. This is definitely a feminine centric kind of deck, for sure. Or maybe I should say woman centric deck, because I definitely see all types of, sort of femaleness or womanness represented in this deck. There is no masculine appearing or male appearing people in the deck. So with that part aside, I personally have felt like it has so much different kinds of people, different kinds of women or female. I don't know how to say that right, because obviously I think this deck, I love this. Sorry, I know I'm just like not even finishing sentences. It's Friday night. I mean, maybe I shouldn't try to film the walkthrough tonight. We'll see. But I absolutely love this. I love, 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 love this. I love this I am ready. I am ready. So I don't know that I've done a full walkthrough of this deck on my channel actually. It's very affirmation style, but it's all about basically being in your power. So the personal power title is spot on for me. And it does have a little guidebook that comes with it that has, I don't know, oh yeah, that's right. It has quotes, a message, journal prompts, a description, and keywords for every card. It's a really well thought out little mini book that goes in with this deck. So we'll see. I've used this for single card draws to support client readings most of the time actually, or occasionally I'll set one out for myself. But I think working with both of these as a pair could be really, really cool. This deck is actually ever so slightly taller than these. In fact, let's do a little size comparison. So that was one of the other things I was thinking is I didn't want an Oracle deck that was huge to pair with this Davina because it's smaller. Okay, let's pull out a card and see size-wise. Okay, yeah, so basically the personal power cards are just a little bit narrower and a fair amount taller than the Davina cards. So we shall see. We shall see. I will definitely let you know how everything works out next weekend. So make sure you tune into weekly deck reviews next weekend to see how it all turned out. But that is my pairing for the week. I'm looking forward to playing with both of these. This one I've never played with before, and this one I've never worked with in this way. So we will see how they work. But something tells me that energetically they're going to be pretty compatible. We'll see, we'll see. And then reading cloth wise, I just thought I would grab my gorgeous butterflies to go with these decks. This just feels appropriate. Look how pale I look next to this black cloth. Thanks, color correct. Can I have some color back in my face? That's a little better. No color? All the color. Anyways, the back is also this really bright like red fuchsia mix, which I'm not sure how I feel about actually. I'm not a big fan of mixing red and pink. I don't know if it's just like ingrained these colors clash messaging I got when I was young or what, but I do tend to use the butterfly side of this cloth more than the other side. So we'll see, but I love the vibrancy of these butterflies. They're absolutely stunning. So this one's a little bigger of a reading cloth than what I've been using, so I have a lot more space to play with. I will keep you guys posted. So if you enjoy my weekly deck reviews, make sure that you hit the little like button down below. If you are new here, welcome, stick around, hit subscribe, and my videos will show up in your feed, and then you'll know when I make new ones. And if you click the little bell, then you will be notified when I do a spontaneous live, which I do sometimes do, like tonight. And you'll get notifications when I have new videos. I think that's about it. If you want to book a reading with me, you can do that over at supportivetarot.com. Thanks so much, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.